Welcome to another video walk around. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2017 Nissan Sentra SV in this red color. This front-wheel drive, 4-door, 5-passenger sedan comes equipped with a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine added to an automatic transmission. Starting up front with some of the notable exterior features, you got a nice sharp and modern front end, thanks in large part to this great looking grille with the silver accent underneath and that nice unique grille shape. As you come around to the side of the vehicle, you'll notice the 16-inch alloy rims that the vehicle currently rides on, and those are wrapped in the Bridgestone tires with tons and tons of tread, as you can see. As we continue down the vehicle, you'll find the nice silver accents around the windows and the door handles. And as we head towards the back here, you'll find the nice color-matched roof fin antenna. And back here, you'll also find the Sentra badging, as well as, of course, the SV badging. If you're looking for a car that's got all the modern creature comforts that you would expect in an affordable and fuel-efficient package, you found it in this Nissan Sentra. So let's go ahead and hop inside and get started with the interior features. Hopping inside this stylish sedan is nice and easy thanks to the proximity smart key system, but of course you do have the standard remote keyless entry options on the key fob as well, and you'll also find the trunk release button there so you can easily pop the trunk without having to hop in the vehicle. All you have to do is walk up with the key on your person and press the button to unlock the vehicle, and of course when you hop out you can press the button again to lock the vehicle. Inside, you're greeted with the very stylish black fabric seating here. You get a nice design in the center of the seat there, including the nice accent stitching along the center of the seat. And below the seat, of course, you do have the manual seat adjustments, and in the footwell there, you do have the nice Sentra branded floor mats. So let's go ahead and hop inside, fire this vehicle up, and get started with all the bells and whistles. The features inside this Sentra start over here on the driver's side door panel with the controls for the power windows and locks. And as an added bonus, your driver's side window is automatic. Underneath, you've got some extra storage as well as a cup holder and speaker integrated into the door panel. And just to the right here, you'll find the dimmer switch for the gauge cluster as well as the controls for your power mirrors and your trunk release. Below that, you'll find the Eco and Sport mode buttons so you can decide whether you're trying to get a little bit more fuel economy or performance out of the vehicle. And you've also got the button there to toggle your traction control. Over on the steering column here, you do have the manual adjustment for your tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so you can easily get it in the perfect position. And if we take a look just behind the wheel at the turn signal stalk, you notice that this vehicle does come equipped with automatic headlights, which is a great set it and forget it feature. If we back up and take a look at the steering wheel here, you've got a very nice 3-spoke steering wheel. And over on the left-hand side here, you'll find your steering wheel mounted audio controls, including your volume rocker. And this can be used as your track selector button, and you've also got the audio source button up top here. And you've also got this little button here which cycles through the screen in the center of the gauge cluster, so we'll go ahead and take a look up there in just a moment. Over on the right hand side, you'll find the buttons for your cruise control system, which is great for those highway drives. And at the bottom here, you've also got the Bluetooth hands-free calling buttons, and the top one also doubles as your voice recognition button. So if we go ahead and take a look up on the screen that I mentioned, you can see at the very top there you got the time as well as the exterior temperature. At the bottom you've got the gear that the vehicle is in as well as your range and odometer, and you can see that this vehicle only has 19,265 kilometers on it. In this very first information screen here, you've got a nice little Sentra Sprite. If we take a look at the next screen, you've got your average speed. You'll also find your 2 different trips here so you can check your trip distance and time. You'll also find your average fuel economy, as well as your audio screen so you can check what's playing and adjust it without ever having to take your hands off the wheel or even glance at your infotainment system while you're driving. Next, you've got any messages or warnings that the vehicle has to display, and finally you've got all of these settings for this screen here. Lots to go through and customize to your preferences. And of course, if you want to reset that to the factory settings, you can do so at the bottom of the menu. If we go ahead and take a look towards the center of the dash here, you'll find a couple of climate vents as well as your hazard lights and passenger airbag warning. Below that, you'll find your touchscreen audio unit, and in terms of your audio options here, you can see you've got your standard AM/FM radio. You've also got XM radio as well as USB and auxiliary inputs, Bluetooth audio, and a CD player, so you can be sure that you can listen to your own audio regardless of the type of device that you have. If you go ahead and hit the settings button here, you can also bring up your audio settings, so there's lots to go through there as well. If you put this vehicle into reverse, you also see the backup camera pop right up, which is a really handy feature to have. And of course, bring the vehicle back into park will bring back the main screen. As we continue down here, you'll find your climate controls, and this is a single zone climate control vehicle, but it does come with air conditioning, which is a very important feature in the Okanagan. And just to the left here, you'll find the push button ignition. So all you have to do to start the vehicle is simply put your foot on the brake and push the button to start the vehicle, and push the button again to turn the vehicle off. As we continue down here, you'll find a 12-volt outlet to keep the devices charged up. And then of course you've got your shifter here in the center. You'll also find the 2-stage heated seats for both front passengers, as well as your centrally located parking brake. You've also got a couple of extra cup holders, and then in your center console here you'll find the USB and auxiliary input that I mentioned earlier, as well as some additional storage space. Over on the passenger side, you've got your glove box with lots of room inside. And on the passenger side door panel, you get the same great design that we found on the driver's side, as well as, of course, the controls for the power locks and the passenger side window. Taking a look up top, you'll find a handy little sunglasses holder, as well as a couple of interior lights here. And, of course, you've got the controls for your sunroof, which is an amazing feature to have. Lets in tons of light, and, of course, you can open it up and let in lots of airflow as well. So that concludes the features up front. Let's go ahead and hop in back and take a look at some of the features in the rear of this vehicle. In the rear of this vehicle, you've got more of that same great fabric seating that extends across the rear bench seat. If we hop inside here, you'll also find lots of legroom for the rear passengers, as well as a couple of handy storage slots in the back of the center console, and a storage pocket in the back of the passenger side seat. If we look towards the center seat here, you'll also find a nice fold-down armrest for your rear passengers. It's a nice padded black fabric armrest that also includes a couple of extra cup holders for your rear passengers. These rear seats also do fold down in a 60-40 split. If you have some additional cargo to store, you can simply grab the pin up top on either side here and fold the seat down nice and easily, giving you lots and lots of interior cargo space. So we'll go ahead and take a look back there, but before we do, we'll take a quick glance at the rear door panel here. You'll find the same great design that we found on the front, as well as, of course, the switch for the rear windows and some storage underneath. Go ahead and pop the trunk with the trunk release there. And in back, you have a very generous carpeted cargo area here, tons and tons of storage space in this trunk. And of course, underneath here you do have a spare tire in case you ever get a flat, and the tools to change it are in there as well. That concludes this short video walk around, but this stylish and affordable sedan will not last long on our lot, so make sure you stop by Kelowna Toyota, located at 1200 Leithhead Road, or visit us online at KelownaToyota.com for more information. We look forward to seeing you soon.